Hello there guys, UltraGamer64 here, and today I've got a brand new story time for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about yesterday. Yesterday I actually did something very unique and very different from what I normally do. As you guys know, I am an extremely introverted and not really sociable person. Like, if you come up to me and talk to me, that's cool. I will talk to you, gladly. Um, it's hard for me to start conversation. It's hard for me to go out and talk to other people and everything like that. I'm a major introvert, if you guys did not know, basically. And yesterday, I actually went to meet a friend for the first time that I met online. So that was really cool. I didn't really know if I should consider it a date or no. It wasn't a date, so... Well, at the time, I didn't know if I should consider it a date or not. But, now I know that it was not a date. It was just hanging out between two friends. But, I'm going to be telling you that, guys, that story. There's funny stuff building up to it. Tell you a little bit of what we talked about. Some of it's personal, so I'm not going to touch on those. But, tell you about some of the minor things that we talked about, and then what happened afterwards. So, beginning with this story. I met this girl about 3 weeks ago to a month. And guys, just disclaimer, do not go to meet anybody that you do not know for sure is real. I probably didn't take all the major steps that I should have to make sure this chick was real and that I wasn't going to get kidnapped or catfished or something like that. Guys, just be sure to make sure that I wouldn't recommend meeting anybody off the internet, personally. But if you guys are going to do it, then please, 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 please make sure 100% that this person is real. Do not trust anybody until you can trust them. You get what I'm saying? Make them earn your trust. But anyways, I had been texting this girl and talking to her for about 3 weeks to a month. And we finally decided to hang out. And we were friends at this point, obviously not dating. That would have been way, way, way too fast. But I didn't know for sure if us hanging out as friends could lead to dating or if it would keep us as friends. But you guys will find that out later on in the video. So we decided that we were going to hang out Tuesday, which was yesterday. It was 2/13/2018 when we hung out the first time. Yesterday. I need to stop saying that. We decided that Monday. Basically because I did not work yesterday. And she did not work yesterday. And we both work today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day. So basically yesterday was the only day we had free. So we decided to hang out yesterday. We decided to hang out at Tim Hortons. We would get donuts and coffee and all that kind of stuff and just kind of talk and just get to know each other a little bit. So I get home from school, start getting ready, and I realize, oh, this girl lives about 35 minutes from me, and I'm supposed to meet her at 4:30, and it's like freaking 3:50, and I left at 4, and I actually didn't have the address to this Tim Hortons, so I had to text her, stop alongside the road, and be like, hey, can you send me the address of this Tim Hortons that we're supposed to be meeting at? She sends it to me, and I begin driving. 35-minute drive. Not that bad. I've driven longer to go different places or go to restaurants or whatever. Not that bad of a drive. So I'm on the highway, and I get off, and I'm going straight, and all of a sudden, my GPS says, welcome to Michigan. And I just look down at my GPS, and I'm like, what'd you just say? It was the funniest thing, because I did not know that this specific Tim Hortons was in Michigan. So that's pretty messed up. For any of you that do not know, I live in Ohio, and I basically drove up to Michigan to meet a friend. I'm actually doing that over spring break, too. But that's a 4-hour drive, so that'll be fun. But anyways, getting back on topic. I eventually got to the Tim Hortons. I was 10 minutes late. Great first impression, guys. But I had told her that I was going to be 10 minutes late, so it wasn't that big a deal. I ended up getting there, and I text her. I'm like, hey, I'm here. Where are you? She said, I'm inside, and she was sitting at the corner table in the Tim Hortons. As I was walking through the doors, I was like, alright, I'm either about to meet with a cute girl, or I'm about to be kidnapped. One of the two. They're going to use coffee to kidnap me, or I'm about to meet with this cute girl that I've been talking to online for like 3 weeks. So I walk in, look over to the corner, and lo and behold, there's a cute girl sitting there waiting to meet me. And I was like, alright, lucky break. I'm not going to get kidnapped today. So I go over, and literally as soon as I stepped in the doors, my body started shaking when I saw her. I am extremely nervous around people. I get very nervous around people that I do not know and have never met before. And especially when it's a cute girl that actually wanted to meet you in the first place, that's insane. That's a big leap for me, okay? So I walk in the doors, and I instantly start shaking out of nervousness. And I kind of vibrate over to the table that she's sitting at, and I sit down. Excuse me. I had to crack the neck. But I sit down, and I instantly reach my hand out, and I'm like, hey, I'm Jordan. And she tells me her name and shakes my hand, and all goes well. We talk about school, our jobs, what school she went to, her apartment, all this kind of stuff. We spent about 2 hours in Tim Hortons, about that. And we eventually left. And I actually got to drive her back to her apartment, which was kind of exciting and different and interesting, because the only other girl that I've ever had in my car is my ex. So that was kind of cool, getting to have a female in my car. I sound so stupid. But anyways, I drove her back to my apartment, and or I drove her back to her apartment. I don't have an apartment. Obviously, I'm living in my house in my room. But anyways, I drove her back to her apartment and dropped her off, and she said, I'll text you later. So I eventually drove home, and funny little note, side note, on the way home I saw a Burger King, and I recently have been addicted to Burger King onion rings. I spent 20 minutes trying to get to that frickin' Burger King, alright? And it didn't work out. I ended up backing into somebody, which luckily they didn't get out of their car to yell at me or anything. But I ended up backing into somebody, trying to get out of the road because I tried to go when there were people coming, so I had to back up super quick. Backed into someone, so that was fun. But yeah, I could not get across the road to get to the Burger King. So I eventually gave up on that plan. Then I drove home. So when I got home, I waited about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I ended up texting her. And I was like, hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. We talked for a tiny bit, and then I was like, so, how'd you think it went? And honestly, her response should have made me sad or upset, but it didn't. Like, throughout my life, girls have either ignored me, played those, like, mind games with me, led me on. The only girl that actually pursued me, and as far as I know told the truth, was my ex. So, I was not used to this kind of honesty and everything out of this girl. And she basically said that she cannot see herself ever dating me, but she would like to be friends. And I was like, alright, that's fine. I don't care. Like, that works. So, I basically got a friend out of it. And the reason I'm telling you guys this story, there's not really... I mean, sure, it's an interesting story, and it's funny, and it's, like, one of my first experiences. But the reason I want to tell you guys this story is because I only saw a positive out of this situation. I did not see a single negative. Her telling me that she was not interested in dating and only wanted to be friends, that was really cool. Like I said before, I'd never had a girl be that honest with me and, like, straight up with me like that, except for my ex. And, yeah, it was really cool just to have a girl be honest about it, not try to ignore it or like play these mind games, try to lead me on. It was honestly really refreshing to have a girl actually not lie and just not care about possibly hurting my feelings, which she did not. But yeah, that was honestly a really cool thing. And I also felt like I had improved myself a little bit. I don't want to sound like that guy, but I felt kind of self-improved a small bit because back when I was younger, like maybe 15, 16, 17, I wouldn't have gone to meet somebody like that. I would have been way too nervous. Like, I wouldn't have gone to hang out with a friend like that or go on a date if it would have been a date scenario. I wouldn't have gone out on a date like that. Like, I found it really cool that I've improved so much from my younger years and that I'm not as nervous anymore. Like, you guys have helped me with that. You guys will notice throughout my entire YouTube career, back from my first video up to this one, I am way more open and comfortable talking to you guys. Go check out my first few vlogs. Like, I am so nervous and scared in those vlogs, and you guys have helped bring me out. Like, I am not nearly as shy as I used to be. And I owe some of that credit to my ex-girlfriend as well. She kind of helped me come out as well and not be as shy. But I was doing YouTube before I met her, so we'll go with YouTube for the main reason, I guess. So anyway, guys, I think that pretty much wraps up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time, and I hope that you guys kind of took a lesson out of this to kind of try and see the positive in everything, and just kind of see how you can improve yourself in different small ways, like trying not to be as shy or awkward around people. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to leave a giant like, and remember to keep on gaming, stay amazing, and I will see you guys next time.